Okay, now we're going to talk about working capital, which is part of the action plan. When you're out looking for money, thick skin is a gift from God, as Konrad Adenauer, a German, said. In other words, that you can take abuse, just like he was giving you abuse a couple minutes ago. These are the sources of American banks. These are the kinds of money, and I don't know why that printing is double like that, but these are the cash deposits that these banks had. J.P. Morgan, $1 trillion. Down to one of the smaller banks, Capital One Financial. These are the cash deposits in billions. Excuse me. That's 1.2 billion. So that's not 1 trillion. That's what's more than a trillion?
Quadrillion.
Huh?
Quadrillion.
Quadrillion. I guess that's a quadrillion. So there's plenty of money around, no matter where you look. And the same is for European companies. And they go down to 53 billion. So how do you make Mikey? How does Marcus make Mikey hot and excited over his deal, a little doofusy deal? He makes him excited by knowing that the board of directors, and to the extent that he has some assets, are going to collateralize this, and more importantly, the board of directors and his team have never defaulted on a loan. What should you never say to a banker? What should you always say to a banker? You never say, Doris asked me, well, Dan, what do you think, in a bad market, what's going to happen to this credit? I don't care if it's a bad market, a sideways market, an upside down market. You're going to get paid. You never show any doubt. You should never say, oh, I don't know. Because they're looking for you and your board of directors for sufficient comfort. They want to be comfortable in that they know they're not going to be sticking their neck out. And they also want to be put in the file. Marcus said that he's going to pay back the deal, and he and his brother and father are going to continue to work 100 hours a week until the loans get paid off. Because he will quote the things that you say. But you never say, I don't know, I'm not sure, because that's sharing doubts, just like I've talked about for 3 days now. How do you posture yourself so you're not wasting your time making presentations to the wrong people? As I said earlier, you ask and you make sure that the guy has the credit limit. When you go in and you talk to the bank, you say, by the way, Howard or Dave, what is your credit limit? We haven't gotten to that yet. When you sit down with the banker, you say, what is his credit limit? Most bankers will not know their credit limit. You will put them on their back foot for sure. And if he answers that, he says, well, I can sign up to 50 million or 5 million or 25 million. Then you say, what's your bank's unsecured credit limit? He won't know that either. In the United States, unsecured credit limit in normal financial institution banks is 1% of the net assets. 1% of the net assets. And all these banks, 1% of the net assets is a humongous large number, so you don't have to worry. But asking those kinds of questions will differentiate you from all the other people that have come in to see him for sure.
Asking what his lending capability is?
Yeah, well, no, what is your credit limit on a loan, Mr. Doofus? Okay. We've already talked about why you don't bring a business plan to financial institution before you investigate. But part of the reason, and I told you, is because you don't want to give them something that's concrete, that already says that you're going to perform against. Why don't you necessarily, I said that, I told you that. How to make business plan just what you wanted, I told you that. How to put punch and pizzazz in your presentation. You put punch and pizzazz in your presentation